Recorded Books presents Destiny's Way, The Doomed Earth, Book 2, by Jack Campbell. Narrated by Andrea Ems and Tim Fannin. Chapter 1. 8th of July, 2140. The view from the lunar shuttle heading for a landing on the east coast of North America still felt unreal to Celine Genji. Born in 2158, a lieutenant in a fleet that wouldn't exist until 2171, veteran of the multiple conflicts known as the Universal War that would rage through the 2170s, and witness to the death of the planet Earth on the 12th of June, 2180. She had trouble at times believing that Earth still existed, that somehow the massive forces unleashed by the destruction of Earth had warped space and time itself to hurl her back to the year 2140, giving her a chance to try to alter the past that had led to that awful event. If, that is, she could survive long enough to make enough changes while not knowing which changes were needed. Her eyes and glossy skin, betraying the fact that she was a genetically engineered alloy containing alien DNA in her mostly human genome. Alloys weren't supposed to exist until the late 2150s, but to some humans in 2140, the mere fact of her being partly alien was enough to mark her as a horrible threat that had to be eliminated. A lot of those humans would be waiting when the shuttle landed. Lieutenant Kyle Owen of Earthguard, one of his hands tightly grasping hers, shook his head as the panel window in their compartment went blank, preventing any more outside views. In place of that, the window displayed warnings to cooperate with the security personnel, waiting to screen all passengers when the shuttle returned to Earth at the minor spaceport named Wallops. "How do you suppose they figured out we're aboard this shuttle?" "I'm more worried at the moment about getting off it without being killed. We have to assume shoot-on-sight orders are still in place when it comes to me," Genji said. "They've targeted me as well," Kyle said. "What if you put on your uniform?" she suggested. "Wouldn't they hesitate to fire at you if they knew you were an Earthguard officer?" He shook his head once more. "No, whoever is waiting for us down there won't be Earthguard. Probably soldiers and spaceport security. Soldiers fired on me while we were on Mars, remember? They know I'm officially a renegade Earthguard officer, helping the dangerous alien scout they think is laying the groundwork for an invasion by the Tramantine." "How long do the Tramantine have to demonstrate peaceful intent?" Genji asked in frustration. "Since their ship arrived in orbit about Mars, they haven't done anything aggressive." "You haven't done anything aggressive either," Kyle said. "That hasn't stopped some people from thinking you're a deadly threat." Genji felt the shuttle shudder slightly as it entered thicker atmosphere. They were probably only a few more minutes from landing. "If I'm trapped here, Kyle, you need to move on. Find a way to remain free and try to carry out the mission." "I'm not leaving you," he said. "We may not have a choice. It's not just about trying to save the Earth. I love you, and I don't want you to die." Kyle nodded to her, his expression solemn. "And I love you, and you're not going to die. Not as long as I'm around." "The mission, Kyle. We have to save the Earth." "I understand," Kyle said. "When we land, let's scope out the security and see what options we have." He turned to speak to the 14-year-old girl sharing their compartment. "Krista, remember what you promised Lieutenant Genji. When we tell you to drop, you get on the ground fast, and stay there until police come along. We don't want you hurt." "Why do they want to hurt you?" Krista asked, her voice plaintive. "That's complicated," Genji said. Why had they yielded to Krista's pleas to bring her with them to Earth? After rescuing Krista from—
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.